Don't you wish you just had another 500,000 silver lions so you can finally buy that new vehicle to complete an overpowered lineup? Or maybe you want to train up your ship's crew to expert, but funding doesn't allow for such a thing. If you've played War Thunder for any amount of time, there is a strong chance you have millions of silver lions just sitting in your inventory going to waste. But how? My balance is close to zero, you say. Today I'm going to explain War Thunder's wager system and show you how you can prop up your balance without having to invest real cash. The best thing is, it's something that you can have going in the background as you casually play, or in a targeted grinding session. Would you like to know more? Then leave your legal thumbprint on the like button to affirm your citizenship, and let's get started.
Any special message for all the kids watching at home?
Stay out of trouble.
So what is a wager? Wagers are a challenge that reward the completion of certain tasks in battle over a series of games. There are a large variety and they all vary in difficulty, game mode, and number of battles required for success, but the rewards can be quite large, allowing you to earn substantial silver lions as an extra to those earned in battle. Wagers are earned as rewards from daily login crates, battle crates awarded after battle, and at certain battle pass levels depending on the season. Wagers have a few rules and conditions as standard across all of them, and they are that you must use a minimum of a rank 3 vehicle to attain the challenge. You can use lower rank vehicles, but one of them must be rank 3 and it must be used in battle at least once. Only random battles count, no air sim, naval, or helicopter enduring confrontation. Wagers stay active until completed, allowing you to grind at your own pace over a series of days or weeks. You have to commit a small amount of silver lions in the form of a stake for maximum reward. No stake can be made, but rewards are lower. Rewards scale depending on the amount you place down, but the maximum is 10,000 silver lions. Each wager has specific conditions that must be fulfilled over a set number of battles. Each stage completion offers a higher reward when the wager ends. Depending on the conditions of the task, they can be played across a variety of vehicle types and modes, though some wagers have specific conditions that make certain tasks impossible to complete in a certain mode, such as farming AI ground targets that can't really be completed in ground RB. Over the years, new wagers have been added, some have been nerfed, and others have been merged into one another. So your inventory may have a bunch of different wagers to choose from that aren't available anymore. The best thing is they don't expire. So now let's go through all of the wagers, or at least the ones that I have. There used to be Golden Eagle wagers, but they were removed, and I believe they were replaced with premium time in the battle pass, but I can't be specific. First off, we have the Destroy 5 units wager. This one is very easy to complete. You only need to get 5 kills, which can be a lot to some players. The best thing is in simulator battles, that is the ground simulator battles, and realistic mode, you get a ×2 multiplier, meaning that you only really need to get 3 kills to be on the safe side, rounding up, to complete this task. It is also one of the shortest tasks with one of the lowest rewards. So you have 3 opportunities, that's here, stage 1, 2, and 3, to move up to 3 opportunities to complete and earn money. Battles in which the stage is not achieved is that when you don't complete the task in a battle, that's 1 strike. So you get 3 strikes before you fail. If you set a stake of 0 silver lions, the maximum you can earn from completing the task is 50,000. If you set it to 10,000, it's 100,000. Somewhere in between, it scales accordingly in a percentage. Now the 5 units wager, like I said, is one of the easiest. You can play this in any mode that is random battles. And I suggest taking the vehicle that you are the best at over rank 3 and just see what you can do. It is a little bit harder in Air RB, especially high tier, because the match can be over very quickly and it can be hard to secure yourself 3 kills before the other team is dead. So I prefer to do it in either ground RB, ground arcade, because 5 kills is very easy in ground arcade, naval arcade, and naval RB. You can do it in air arcade as well, because you basically have unlimited lives, just as many crew as you have in air arcade. So yeah, very easy one. The next one is the Wingbreaker. So this is actually one of the harder ones, and I don't believe it's actually available anymore. Wingbreaker requires you to destroy the most air targets controlled by another player in combined battles, but not less than 5. There is no modifier for this, so it has to be 5, and you have to do it in ground mode. So you have to kill 5 aircraft in ground mode. It has to be controlled by another player. You cannot do it in air arcade or any of the air modes, and you can't do it in naval either, as far as I'm aware. I've tried, and I've never been able to complete it. Next up, we have the Mission Maker. Now, this one can be hard depending on which mode you play and where you play. The maps, the team compositions, it's fairly random, but it does require you to get the first kill in a match and also the last one. So it requires you to stay for the entirety of the match to secure that, unless you just know that that kill you got is going to be the last one, but that's very unlikely. There are 3 levels with a maximum reward of 400,000 silver lions. So I do this one in Naval RB because I'm pretty good at getting the first kill, and I always stay till the end of the battle. So I either lose and don't get the last hit, or I win and get the last hits in. So that one's fairly easy in Naval RB. If you're good at ground RB, I'm sure that would be the same sort of thing. You've just got to have a fast vehicle to get to the fighting first to guarantee that first kill. The last kill is always about staying to the last moment and timing the kill to ticket bleed. This one, I would say it's about medium, and there's a lot of RNG. You've got to really try and build a good lineup that can secure that first kill, and a survivable lineup to keep you in the battle until the end. Next up, we've got the Battle Victory Wager. This one's pretty straightforward. You've just got to simply get wins. So I suggest doing this one in any mode that you feel confident with, and also with squad mates, because it's much easier to secure a win in a battle when you have squad mates. I would recommend any mode that you feel comfortable with in an aircraft, ship, or tank of your choosing. This one's quite long. There are 10 stages, and the rewards aren't great in the initial stages. But if you're sitting down to play for the afternoon, whack one of these on, play as you normally would, and I can guarantee you'll make it through a certain amount of stages unless you have a really bad run of losses. But like I said, always choose the best vehicle that you feel comfortable with and try and take some friends. Now, the Wingbreaker, there are actually 2 modes of this Wingbreaker order. And I believe that this is the original one with the 10 stages and the huge reward. And this is the easier one, so to speak, much shorter. Like I said, with Wingbreaker, I've had a real trouble trying to even succeed with that one. It does. I'm guessing you just have to play SPAA as your only method, your only lineup. Take a lineup of SPAA, and the higher tier you are, the better. So when you've got missiles and such, it may be much easier. The best squad wager, this one was nerfed into oblivion, and these ones that you see here are the old version that gave the 500,000. Now this one's quite easy to achieve when you take a full squad of mates and you all stick together and you shoot and you share kills and you work as a team. It's criminally easy to do, and that's why they nerfed it. My squadron in particular used to just spend weekends grinding the best squad wages because it was so easy to do, especially in ground RB when you stick together as tanks, always form up. Yeah, any lineup that you know you can work well in a team with, and if you've got friends, this one is very easy to earn silver lions with. Mission Maker, again, this is the old version of Mission Maker with the higher reward. If you've got this one, I would definitely try and use them up. I've got so many of these, and I chip away at them all the time, and I just keep getting more. All right, this is the Wingman Wager. This one is very cool. It's that you have to farm assists. And so kills are the bane of your existence. You want to be the perfect teammate. If one of your friends is grinding the best squad wager, it's always cool to take the Wingman Wager and really help them out. It's fairly easy to achieve. You just have the most assists destroying enemy vehicles. If several other players have equal assists, then it's given to the other one. And also Wingman. So there's 2 opportunities per battle to earn this award. You've got the easier on hand, which is less than 7 assists, but more than everyone else. And then Wingman is the person with the most assists. And it also has a multiplier in simulator battles. You could easily achieve this one. If you play other modes, then I would suggest playing Air Arcade or Ground RB, focusing on disabling vehicles only and feeding kills to your team. In Air Arcade is very easy because you've got such a large lineup. I usually take something with machine guns, tag everyone with machine guns. Easy stuff, really easy. And you get so many of these that it should really just always be running. Hero of the Sky is specific to aircraft only, and you must have the most kills. So in Air RB, if you have a great match, you get 6 kills, and top of the leaderboard, you'll get Hero of the Sky. Terror of the Sky is the second opportunity to win that and requires less. So it's basically second place in the kill score will get Terror of the Sky. So when you're playing Air RB or Air Arcade, just run one of these and take Air Superiority lineup and focus on shooting down aircraft. Kills are your main objective and you'll do really well. I prefer Air RB for this task because of the multiplier. And when you have a good match in Air RB, you tend to really clean up. The Thunderer Wager. This one is great for Air Arcade. Taking a lineup of P-47s and just farming ground targets. There are lots of different conditions that you can achieve to get this, and they are Tsunami. So if you get a naval map in Air Arcade, all those little boats count towards Tsunami, and also Rogue Wave. Although there is not a multiplier in Arcade, but there's usually enough boats around to kill destroyers and all the little landing craft and stuff such like that. In Air RB, it's almost impossible to get because you rarely, if ever, get a map with surface targets. The only maps that I know of are the old Pacific maps with America and Japan. Heavy Metal Fury is basically leaderboards in Ground RB or Ground Arcade. Ground RB is probably the one. You need 6 kills to get Heavy Metal Hero, but you need to be the leader in kills. And then the second place in the kill tally usually gets Heavy Metal Fury. This one, like I said, specific to ground forces. So if you're a tanker, they're the ones you're aiming for. Anti-mech is about killing AI ground targets. So you can definitely do this in Air RB. And I usually use a jet attacker or something along those lines with heavy armament. You can do it with bombers and all that sort of stuff in RB. You only need to get 6. I perfected getting Thunderer in Air Arcade using a lineup of P-47s and P-51s, and it was really, really my niche. It was one of the first videos I made too, strangely enough. You know, this is great. I would prefer Air Arcade for this one. I am an Air RB and Air Sim player, but Air Arcade, you've got so many lives to choose from, and you can build a real lineup dedicated to CAS, and there's generally lots and lots of ground targets and surface targets to fight in Air Arcade. Even if that's not normally your jam, jump it on for 10 games, have a bit of fun, derp around, make it just a fun grind session, and you can knock it out pretty quick. Destroy 10 units wager. This one is an extension of the 5, but it's a little bit harder. You need to get 5 kills in RB or 5 kills in simulator battles, or 10 kills in Arcade. Now this is doable in Air Arcade using a lineup of Germans over the spawn point, but I don't condone that type of behavior. So play Air RB in the aircraft that you feel most comfortable with, the aircraft that you're best with, at the battle rating that you're most comfortable with. Or if you're a tanker, use your favorite tank lineup that you are so comfortable with. As long as it's over rank 3, you can usually clean this up. If you can pull off 5 to 6 kill games consistently in RB, you'll be able to do this task very easily. Here's the nerfed version of the best squad wager. And then the Unstoppable Wager, which is relatively new. It rolls all of the other Hero of the Sky, Thunderer, and all of those, Heavy Metal Hero, rolls them all into one. So all of the advice I gave for Thunderer, all the advice I gave for Hero of the Sky and Terror of the Sky, they are the same. This is the newest version of those older wagers, and the one you're most likely to have now. Anyway, I hope that shed some light onto what the wages are. And as you can see, like if you totaled up all of these and the maximum prize value, there is literally millions of silver lions here, and I honestly can't use them all up. I even forget, and then weeks later I come back and there's 15 to 20 more. Anyway, until next time, Commander Tyrael, out.
I'd buy